beats is 37.
Are you sure I don't show a nipple? What's up? Spill the beans?
Hmm?
Okay. I was listening.
No, it's whatever. I just want to change the liquor.
That's weird. And anyone who watches this video, how many people does it take to change a litter box? I mean, granted, Chantal did mention like the litter box was massive, so maybe she needs like 2 people to do it. But how does Chantal do it?
Can't be that much.
It can't be that hard. And besides, you have 2 cats with like kidney shit going on. Welcome, Cooking with Ashley. Ever been in a situation like in a pandemic where you don't have money and you're starving? Don't fret. 3 simple ingredients you can eat like a champ. Ready for it? Because I'm not. I've never made it. So, what you will need is an empty fridge and 2 eggs. Oh, I'm already salivating. And 1 fresh banana. If you see me looking over past you, I'm not looking at ghosts. I'm looking at my boyfriend. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello. Lockama. Anybody watch Foodie Booty? What else is out there? All right. I guess there's why do I go brain fart when I'm on the camera? It's goblins. Cobra?
Gothic King Cobra.
Gothic King Cobra. That's what's up. This recipe you might like. I don't know if you'll eat it. I don't know if I'll eat it. It looked good on the camera. And apparently you can actually feed these to babies because they don't have any wheat or flour or anything. Literally eggs and banana. I'm kind of thinking this is like a fruit omelet.
Fromlet.
A fromlet. So I peeled my banana. They mentioned in the recipe that the riper the better. That's probably because it's sweeter. Noted fact, if you're baking with bananas, browner the better. You want to know why? You want to know why? Science. Science rules. All right. While your 1 banana is sitting in the bowl, I'm going to find a pan and put some butter in it. I find if you're making any pancake, sorry, if you're making any pancake, preheat your pan. Now, for some of you college folks, preheating does not mean jack that shit up until you see red. That's not, no, please don't, please no. I usually go 1 dial below the midline. I think that's a 3 or a 4 on my oven. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying, but that seems to do the gist. We use Compliments vegetable oil margarine. Looks like butter. And please, I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this, but noted fact, do not use metal on the pan. That drives me nuts. I don't have anything else, so this will do. I would say be creative and like use a spoon or maybe a fork if you really got to put that metal to the pan. But this recipe looks really, really wet when it's in the pan. So I'm thinking this might be a little bit easier to flip. But Yeah, big no-no. So while your butter is deciding, or margarine, vegetable oil margarine, decides what it wants to do with its life, we go back to your banana. And I am going to get a fork. I don't own a whisk. Don't judge. I feel your judgery. So in the recipe, this girl was mashing this banana pretty vigorously. I had to skip through 2 minutes of the video because she just mashed this banana for so long. So less is more. Think smart. Work smarter, and then you don't have to work as hard. And this is my logic. Or you just look at the banana like. So what I'm going to do is use the fork and kind of mash it in chunks. First, I'll show you the chunks that I'm referring to. So when I do get into that mashing phase, I'm not mashing like a long piece of banana. It's a lot easier. I recommend this method too when you're using it to bake with butter. Don't just put a glob of butter inside your baking goods. Like cut it up a little bit so then when you're mixing, like I said, smarter. All right. So I got these chunks. They look like this. I just had a brain. Guys, I had a brilliant idea. Potato masher. Anybody thought of that? No. I don't think so. Check on your butter. Always think smart. If you're not used to multitasking, please put it on a lower setting if you're not used to cooking. I'd like to think I'm like Chef Ramsay, but my boyfriend reminds me a lot of the times that I almost burn the place down. So, potato masher. Oh yeah. Ah yeah. That's the way to do it. Alright. Tell me about your lives. What's going on in the world? Where are you from? Nobody's watching this. I'm literally talking into a camera. But that's okay. You guys start somewhere, right? Now, I don't know how much this is going to feed. It's just us. So, I'm hoping this will be enough food. I do have yogurt in the fridge. They do recommend eating it with something else because it's like paper thin. But it should be delicious and nutritious to some degree. I guess it would be, this is going to sound like a stupid question, but I guess gluten-free would be the appropriate label for this recipe. You would call this gluten-free, right? Because it doesn't have wheat or flour in it. Yeah. So there you go. Celiacs, you're welcome. So now I have this soup of banana. Potato masher. Andrew. Screw the whisks. Okay. I'm just getting like the puree of banana off the scraper because I like to have all my ingredients in my mixing bowl. All right. Waste not, want not. All that stuff. Clean as you go. That's another tip. And that I'm reminded of quite often. I need to clean as I go. So say you're a college student and you're like, damn, I don't have time to go get me a McChicken muffin because I don't have the money or whatnot, and your fridge is bare. Telling you, if you only have, I'm sure you can scrounge up a banana. I'm sure there's a frozen banana in your freezer. You can take out and de-thaw and make this recipe. I think mainly it just needs eggs. I know eggs are pricey depending on where you are, but for the most part, if you're really desperate, I mean, I've been there. You can ask a neighbor. So your bananas should look like this. I would tip it more, but you can tell it's like a soup. No chunks. Key ingredient. The person said no chunks. I would quote her video, but I didn't think to save it. She did mention bubbles. So when you're mixing the eggs in, you want to incorporate the oxygen. So you at least you have some sort of foundation or form to your pancake omelet. This is not a good cooking habit either. You should put your eggs in a bowl first. That's because if you add eggs to your baking ingredients and say maybe there's something wrong with the egg, even it's safer too, because if you get eggshells in it, you can't really see in the powder. So use a bowl, guys. I'm not. I live dangerously. So 2 eggs. And remember that butter? Oh, I didn't. So check on your butter. It's sizzling. All right. Now that you've added your eggs to your banana puree soup, whisk it. Whisk it. Whisk it with your fork. Use the fork. This actually looks promising. I apologize for the sound. I don't know what the audio is going to be like. I could be screaming at you guys, and you could literally hear that annoying. All right. So I mixed the eggs. It's pretty soupy. Pretty soup. In the recipe or in the video, she said whisk until there's like a foam. Now you're not making meringue, so know when to stop. So I'm just gonna, a little habit or a trick for when you're baking, if you take your bowl and slightly tip it so that most of the ingredients are in like the divot of the bowl, you can take your whisking tool and create more oxygen that way. See, isn't this easier to do it this way? It's less sound, and you're actually doing less, you're working less. You're having to mix less because you're creating more surface area. Science, guys. So, I don't know. Like, this looks, I don't know, how the fuck did you get this up? My butter. Okay. So, I used, this could be a cooking video of what not to do. Huh. It would be a bad idea either. Okay, I think I haven't overdone it. Okay, I'm not going to tip it, but I'm going to tip you guys. Don't look at my armpit hair. Okay, so there's bubbles. Bubbles. Go bubbles. Go bubbles. What else am I going to do? I'm going to rinse this giant spoon, okay? And we're going to place it in the hot pan. Try to place the mixture with the butter, if you can, whatever's left. Oh, that doesn't look great. That looks like boogers. Guys. Okay. Want to see what it looks like? Oh, God. I'd like to describe the consistency like snot. Like runny banana snot. Snot omelets. Jesus. So while those puppies bake, let's talk at you. What can we do while those bake? What can we talk? Some music? Some life hacks. What can I some tips. If you're a student and you're watching this, or you live on your own, general tips, little life tips. What have I shared? We'll do a summary, a recap. Tip number 1, do not use metal spatulas or utensils on a metal pan. You will create grooves in it, so then they get stuck. Stuff gets stuck on the pan more. You ruin the Teflon. It's just a bad thing. You just don't do it. We will, though. Mixing eggs in a separate bowl before adding them to an ingredient, or baking. So an omelet, cookies, breads, anything like that. Crack the egg first in a separate bowl and then place them into your ingredients. Yeah. Let's go check on our snot. The smell is like canola oil, so it's not like bad, but it's not great. So, you can't really see with this light. Hold on. We're getting personal. Okay. Okay, it's not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad. It's changing color. I don't know why I'm just looking at it. I feel like it's like watching grass grow. If you watch it for a long time, and maybe it's faster, it'll speed up. Does that make sense? Probably not. All right. So those are figuring out what they want to be. I'm going to clean up and prepare the plate for plating. We are going to be fancy bitches today. I realize not everybody can afford these level of ingredients. I sure as couldn't when I was in college. $5 yogurt. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous, but so good. It's better than ice cream. So I was thinking of maybe top this up on the pancake. Put that down really hard. And then organic maple syrup. I know, hipster. Especially with the scarf and the organic maple syrup. I'm not. I just prefer less preserves. Less is more, right? Oh, life lesson. Less is more. I may check on the pan. Watch as I jiggle using the metal spatula on the pan. We just kind of like say hello to them. Like a crepe. If anyone's going to ask you what the consistency is, it's like a crepe. So I guess with this recipe, she did mention, because there's no flour in it, the only thing that's actually holding it together is the egg. So if you've cooked with a crepe before, don't jiggle it too much. The more you move it, the more you fuck around with it, excuse my French, and you risk making it ugly. Is it still edible? Absolutely. But if you're trying to be like Chef Ramsay up in this bitch, then maybe just be patient. I guess. I don't know. So the batter has formed more bubbles. Maybe a side note, maybe the batter has to sit for 3 minutes before you apply it in the pan. Maybe? Did we? No? Okay. So this looks pretty darn good. Another tip, if you're trying to flip something like crepes, they're so flimsy. Even like a simple crumb on your spatula or utensil will fuck up your shit. So you clean your spatula, not your metal one, because we don't use metal on pan. And we try to flip these bad boys. Oh, well, you did really good. That's it. Okay, so since I flipped them, I imagine they should look somewhat like this. Kind of brown, cooked looking. They smell good. So we'll get our plate ready then. Okay. I'm scared. So we have a nice plate, nice setup, got our coffee. Always have the coffee. Always have the coffee. Okay. Got a fork for this bad boy. Now, the nice thing since the first time you flip these, and they're so thin, when you flip them to get the other side, they literally have to sit in the pan for maybe 2 minutes. Not as long as when you first initially put the batter in. And we'll test that. See? Perfect on the other side. And continue flipping these omelets. A banana. This one turned out nice. Okay. Yeah. All right. Remember to turn off your oven because we don't know how this is going to go. Well, there you have it. A banana and egg pancakes. I don't know what to do with it. Okay, so I'm going to taste test it. No way. Don't choke on your egg omelet or your banana omelet. One more taste test because that was actually surprisingly good. Okay, get this. I love carbs. Absolutely love carbs. If I were to eat this and substitute stuff that tasted like this, it brings that comfort level the same way as a pancake would, same way as a vegan pancake. It's just not what I would think when I'm eating egg and a banana. The texture, the taste, the flavor, like it's good. It doesn't taste like an omelet. Like the best thing I can say is it's like a crepe. Yeah, like a banana crepe. Okay, taste test with the boyfriend. Be back. What is it? Now, I'm kind of curious with it being so good, what it's going to be like with syrup. That was just plain. And may I add, there was no sugar added to this recipe. I mean, the only fat you could probably, I would suggest using butter though. I wouldn't use an oil. Coconut oil though. That might be good. Actually good. Like I might actually try that. Okay. So we got a little dollop. And we're going to try with syrup. It's like a plantain. So this one's with syrup. I think I liked it better without syrup. Like it's like a crepe.
It's good.
It's good.
Yep, that's good.
That's not bad at all.
Oh my gosh. Huh. 3 ingredients.
That's pretty good.
That is darn too good. Like,
You did them really thin too.
oh, you'll see in the video.
Why would happen?
Look at the batter. Okay, I'm eating it up again. I'm doing another round, guys. These are seriously that effing good.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't know if it was going to be good, so I didn't cook them all. He's going in, guys. He likes it. What would you describe it? Like, how would you describe it for the camera?
I don't know. It's weird. It just tastes like a banana pancake. Yeah, that's exactly
Right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it tastes like. If somebody told you that they made a pancake out of bananas.
Yeah. And I have.
It tastes like pancakes. You taste a little bit of the egg. The fluffiness of the egg and shit.
Like, do you want to try it with the syrup?
I did. I dipped it.
Do you like it with or without?
Probably without.
Mm-hmm.
It's sweet on its own.
I feel like the maple syrup changes something in it.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Yep.
And I didn't know it was that easy to make banana pancakes.
I didn't think it, I thought it was just like a TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Like what's out there that's fake?
Like a trend.
Like
or
a
whatever?
trend,
Oh,
like
like
eating
a scam or
Tide
something?
Pods. I don't know. Like,
No, it's
look
good.
what you can do with the light bulb and the potato. Like,
No, it's good. That's surprising how good that is.
and it's about this thin.
You could make them bigger.
I don't know how. Look what I do.
Yeah, because I guess
We're gonna experiment with the rest of this shit.
maybe more banana would make it bigger.
No, we don't have more banana.
I think it's really good. I'm actually kind of surprised.
I'm really shook.
It tastes pretty good. It's really good.
Like, this would be good for if you're diabetic, celiac.
It is fluffy. It's not just like all sweet and texture.
No.
It's like light, but it has that little bit of sweetness to it. It's good.
Like,
I like it.
how do I explain this to the camera?
Bring it to the camera.
Here. So it looks kind of like a juicy pancake, right?
The color might be weird because the reflection
I know.
of the screen, but
And it's kind
it
of.
doesn't look green in real life. It's good. Like, it's actually really good.
Amberlyn, if you watch this, you probably won't. 3 ingredient pancakes. My guys, I'm genuinely shook. What is this? And they look like snot. Look. In the pan?
Yeah.
Huh?
They probably don't look too good in the pan.
No, I'm warning them. I showed them like the mucus, figuring out what it wants to do with its life.
I'm surprised it thickens up and it just becomes a pancake. I don't know if that's the egg or.
I tried to say it's like a crepe.
Yeah.
Like a crepe.
Yeah.
Wondering what else you could like. Oh, you know what'd be
sounds
so good with
you know,
it?
Salzburg would be really good with it.
Yeah, tell me.
If you had just a tiny bit of whipped cream. Just
Yeah, I was just thinking it.
a little tiny bit on the top and then more sliced bananas.
Ooh, I was thinking raspberries or strawberries on top, like a type of berry.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Like, say and talk with me. This is what happens when you live with your significant other. I look like shit. That's all right. Maybe I'll do a get ready video with you. What time is it? It's 1:19. So I was thinking, since this 3 ingredient seems to be like a trend I'm going on, just recently I made a recipe using only 3 ingredients for peanut butter cookies. Delicious. turned out amazing. My neighbor actually doesn't even eat peanut butter cookies, and I made her some, and she's just like, "God damn, girl, that is some good cookie," and that's a big compliment. So I really like making those simple recipes. I like to bake, and especially with Corona and just with everything the last few years for everybody has been a major financial struggle. So people with hobbies like baking or cooking, yeah, cooking, baking, anything like that, um, creating platform is it's been taken away in some way, shape, or form. Like you're depleted. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, those were so good. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this one. But I do enjoy doing this with you guys. And if someone decides to watch this, which I hope you do, yeah, stay tuned for more shit. Maybe I'll actually make those cookies. I'm telling you, mm, shit, they're just as good as these banana pancakes, if not more. Well, thanks for watching. Bye.